Do you recall the way that mainstream media responded to allegations of mass rape by Palestinian fighters on October 7? It was everywhere. The omnipresent coverage did not leave anything about that story that was not covered. And it was everywhere, but there was really not much to cover because there were mere allegations. No forensic evidence, no photos, no videos, no autopsies, nothing. In fact, the Israeli government told Israeli hospitals not to release any information to the media. Why? I mean, if you indeed believe that there was such horrific incidents as mass rape by Palestinians, this is the height of the propaganda. This is where you release it to the rest of the world. But they didn't, because they were lying. The total number of Israelis who witnessed this horrific act, or numerous horrific acts, in fact, were a total of 12, according to Yes Magazine. 11 out of the 12 actually work for the Israeli military or affiliated with the Israeli military, including the Zaka group, this weird group that has been fabricating stories, according to Haaretz, Israeli media as well, in order for them to get funding. That's what Haaretz says. So they make up stories in order for them to get government funding. And yet it was everywhere. But when the Israelis are committing heinous crimes of mass rape and sexual assaults against women in Gaza, particularly in northern Gaza, to push them into the south, there's very little of it in the media. Why? Now you're going to say, wait a minute, that's media bias. The Western media is always biased. So why are you even raising the question? But I think there's more to it than media bias. I think the reason is because they don't want Israel to lose control over the narrative, and the most successful element of the Israeli narrative so far has been the issue of, or the fabrication of, the mass rape. So mainstream media is trying to protect Israel, knowing that Israel has lost all of its cards and has tarnished its image beyond repair. They're still holding on the issue of the mass rape. It was validated by the New York Times, even though it turned out that one of the co-writers in the New York Times investigation on the issue was actually serving as a member of the Israeli military intelligence. So that too was fabricated. But they want to protect Israel and Israel's image as much as possible. And by doing so, they are trying to completely delete any reference to the mass rape happening by Israeli soldiers in Gaza, in fact inside hospitals like Al-Shifa hospital.